Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal. Patch 10.07 PTR is set to bring in a lot of class changes, with many of your favorite playstyles seeing major improvements, especially when it comes to PvP content. Recently, I've been getting messages from you guys asking me which classes should you potentially level ahead of the next update, especially if you're trying to dominate with PvP on your future mains and alts going forward. So far, patch 10.07 is still in its development stages, and no official release date or a release window has been given out just yet. It's safe to assume that none of these class changes are by no means final, and we'll see even more buffs and nerfs over the next few weeks, meaning that it's basically impossible to tell which class will ultimately come out the strongest for PvP for patch 10.07. But we can go over some of the playstyles which are looking to improve going forward, based on some of the most recent changes we've seen so far, with many playstyles receiving new talent changes, gameplay options, and adjustments which will help increase the PvP standing. So today I want to cover the 5 class specs set to receive the biggest gains for PvP so far for the patch 10.07 PTR. But right before that, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as hit the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you're looking to get regular class and content updates for all the future Dragonflight builds. The first spec worth highlighting on this list is the Frost Death Knight. These powerful Risen warriors specialize in obliterating their targets within seconds, delivering a mix of physical strikes and deadly frost to shatter their enemies' defenses. Frost Death Knights are seeing quality improvements throughout their talent tree, by gaining core abilities and passives as learned skills acquired through their leveling journey. Abilities like Remorseless Winter to freeze all enemy targets, the passive Might of the Frozen Waste, which enables their obliteration focused playstyle, and the talent of Frost Reaper, which turns their empowered strikes into pure frost damage, piercing enemies' defenses. This change alone leaves you with a lot more talent points to freely spend into your spec talent tree, which helps complete and better define your overall playstyle, resulting in even more damage opportunities. Abilities like Frost Strike have also seen its damage improved by 10%, which can make Shattering Blade talent a lot more lucrative. The talent of Obliteration, which fuels your deadly burst windows, can now be procced with the talent of Soul Reaper. Soul Reaper applies a deathly chill to your foe, which erupts in a few seconds as long as your enemy's health bar remains in critical condition. This talent could be easily integrated as part of your burst window, which could give you some more finishing potential as long as the debuff is not dispelled ahead of time, which is its only downside. Finally, Frost is getting a new talent of Fatal Fixation, which allows killing machines to stack up one additional time. In PvE content like dungeons and raids, this results in better resource management for DPS maximization. But in PvP, this means you can stack 2 obliteration crits ahead of time and unleash them at the right opportunity. Together with the current obliteration focused tier set, Death Knights could potentially become an unstoppable machine of pure destruction come patch 10.07. The next class on this list is the Fell-wielding Warlock. Warlocks are seeing numerous adjustments in patch 10.07, starting with the base class talent tree, where a few underutilized talents have been removed from the game, replaced with simple damage increases empowering Warlock's major combat abilities. Also, the Inquisitor's Gaze received more damage tuning, becoming a more impactful damage proccing effect. While all specs of Warlock will see gains from these new changes, the spec of Destruction, in my opinion, receives the biggest benefits. Sargerai Teachings helps increase Incinerate damage by 10%, which together with numerous destruction talents could modify Incinerate output even further, elevating destruction to near permanent state of deadliness, whether you're casting pure bolts of chaos or scorching your foes with erupting fire, resulting in even less PvP downtime. Demonologist's talent of Reign of Tyranny has also been bolstered, empowering the demonic tyrant by 50% flat, on top of its original scaling bonuses. This makes the tyrant become an absolute power cannon of pure destruction if ever left alone free casting by the enemy targets. The next spec on this list is the Windwalker Monk. One of the main monk changes coming in patch 10.07 seeks to improve its single target damage output in raids and dungeons, which results in greater pressure when adjusted for PvP content. We see small changes like Inner Peace increasing the damage of Tiger Palm by 10%. Adjustments to Feline Harmony, which will improve its damage enhancement effect by up to 10%. But then we also see talent changes to Rising Star, which will increase the damage of Rising Sun Kick from 10% down to 6%, but the talent now gains new critical strike interactions as a trade-off. Monks can already artificially increase their critical strike chance through a variety of talents and passives, which can almost guarantee that your next Rising Sun Kick will reliably crit. When used together with the Serenity playstyle, monks are able to chain multiple kicks in short succession and can take advantage of the destructive value that crit damage brings. This next playstyle is an absolute monster on the PTR, as Beast Mastery is making some huge gains so far in patch 10.07. BM is going through quite a few changes. In raids and dungeons, it heavily relies on a unique bow, which drops from Vault of the Incarnates, Neltharax, Enemy of the Sky. To alleviate its dependence on this rare weapon, Beast Mastery is said to regain more power through certain talents and base combat abilities, which currently applies for both PvE and PvP. Certain talents like Death Chakram become 100% more deadly as it rips through your target's health bar while shredding their defenses. Kill Command, Barb Shot, and the talent of Stomp gain 25% more effectiveness, while Cobra Shot gets 50% more output instead, resulting in Beast Mastery becoming far more dominant within PvP. In the current PTR build, a Beast Mastery Hunter can easily two-shot their target with only 2 kill commands after a small setup. While this damage output is incredibly wacky, it is likely to be tuned in a future update. In fact, Beast Mastery is already set to receive more tuning to bring its damage output a little bit lower, even though these early numbers suggest that this is still a PvP increase come patch 10.07. Unless we see several more damage reductions in the future. And finally, we have the Retribution Paladin, which is going through a major revamp in patch 10.07. Paladins are receiving upgraded buffs to the raid viability, major increases to overall survivability, new gameplay changes, combat improvements, and quite a bit of group utility. And that's not even counting the numerous changes that the spec of Retribution is set to receive to the overall playstyle as well as their talent tree. First, all paladins are set to lose the buff of Seraphim, which helps reduce some of the aura buff management. But as a trade-off, Retribution can use Avenging Wrath every minute, which helps enhance your burst capabilities. Paladins can also greatly enhance the value of Holy Power spenders. Patient Retribution players can stack up their physical presence, and if 50 stacks, your next finisher unleashes a burst of Holy Strike to smite at your target. Blessing of Dawn helps increase the damage of your next Holy Power spender, while the Imperial Legacy lets you chain 2 spenders together, unleashing a Divine Storm right as you strike your target. Divine Storm can be further augmented with Inquisitor's Ire, further increasing its burst effectiveness. All of these benefits combined together, with a little bit of a setup, the new Retribution Paladin of patch 10.07 is still capable of unleashing absolute carnage upon their foes, smiting them down in just a matter of seconds. But if for some reason obliterating your target in a single strike isn't your favorite playstyle, Retribution players have been able to create a new, experimental, ranged hybrid playstyle, where talents focused on Blade of Justice, Final Verdict, and Hammer of Wrath can be stacked together, creating a hybrid build focused on enhancing your combat range. Capable of unleashing competitive damage output while keeping yourself away from the enemy at a more comfortable range away from any nearby threats. It's also worth mentioning that Paladins are yet to receive any combat tunings just yet so far in patch 10.07. And it's reasonable to assume that a lot of this damage will be balanced down accordingly. Damage aside, Reds are gaining new gameplay opportunities, more defensive benefits, new passive mobility options, and a ton of playstyle choices which can let them adapt to a variety of different combat situations more than ever before. And that change alone makes them the #1 spec worth tracking as they continue to change, evolve, and develop throughout the time in the patch 10.07 PTR. And for now, that's going to be the full list of classes that are seeing some of the biggest PvP improvements so far in the current development build of the patch 10.07. I want to thank all of you so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single live stream and video, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video, or discuss with the other members of the community what you think about the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.